We're going to be joined right now by Alex Stuart, who is the Corporate Account Sales Manager at Alsco Uniforms. Alex, thanks for joining us here today on our dock.
I know. I love it. It's a nice facility.
Tell us about Alsco and what all do you guys do on a day-to-day basis?
So Alsco started in 1889. So we are very tenured company, and we are privately owned, still owned by the family. So we're going into our fourth and fifth generation of ownership by the same family, but we're a full linen service company. We do anything from food and beverage, healthcare, uniforms, mats, mops, facility services. So we try to make ourselves a one-stop shop for our members and our customers.
You guys have been around a long time.
Long time, yes.
Yeah. How did it originally start? Do you know, like, was it like for restaurant businesses, or what was the original?
So actually we really started on, if you can remember, this continuous roll towel. The dispensers and the roll towel. So that's how we initially started. And then it came into aprons. So he moved himself to Salt Lake City when the Depression happened, because they were not as affected by the Depression.
Okay.
And then he continued on with the continuous roll towel. And then he started into the aprons, and then it just kind of expanded from there.
The continuous roll towel. It's funny you say that. Like, I don't, like, as soon as you said that, like, if my memory popped back into my head as a kid, and you pull that thing and it just keeps going and going and going. You don't see them anymore.
No, you don't see them, but we do have some places still out west that do still take those, because it just,
it's old, it's nostalgic.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. They like it. But yep. And so, they would take the roll towel, take it back to the plant and wash it. Yeah. It's pretty crazy how far linen has come.
No doubt. That's one of those things, and the average person doesn't even really think about much, but when you do it for a living in your business, you understand it.
Yes.
I got it. Let's talk a little bit about emergency planning. How does Alsco handle emergencies internally and also for your clients? And I guess elaborate on what an emergency would look like in your world.
Right. So in our healthcare, arena, it's really important for our customers to understand if something happens, like we were just talking about the tropical storm down in the coast of North Carolina.
Right.
So if plants have to shut down because of storms, power outages, whatever it may be, Alsco owns every single one of their plants in North America and across the world. So everything falls under our current expectations and standards of procedures.
Okay.
So we always have our own plants that we can lean back on. And that's real important to be able to meet the Joint Commission, OSHA standards that all these healthcare companies need, because they still need their linen. No matter what's going on, they're still servicing their patients. They're still, having surgeries and just taking care of people day to day. So we have to make sure that we can provide those services. So we lean back on our plants in certain vicinities, and we have contingency plans set in stone. And that also, we have to have that for our certifications that our plants go through.
That's interesting, because, it's one of those things where I guess you just don't normally think about that. The average person wouldn't think about all the things that have to happen in order for patients to maintain their, be healthy and to continue to hear in emergency situations. And linen is a huge role of that. And you just don't really, your mind, normal person wouldn't think of that.
Yes. And most of our customers don't even know if our plant's even been like shut down, no power, whatever, because we just continue on with our operations and truck everything to other plants within the vicinity, and they never miss a beat in their service.
And how many plants do you have around the country?
So in North America, we have 79.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And that includes our Canada operations as well.
Okay. So outside of North America, how many do you have?
Oh, gosh, I don't know, but we're in 13 countries.
That being said, there's a lot of choices for uniforms out there. What separates you guys from the rest of the...
A lot of it is our privately held company. So we don't have a lot of different levels that we have to go through for approvals. And then also our one-on-one service. Like, we really give a lot of autonomy to our individual plants to provide our customers with the products that they need, the service levels that they need, whether it be 3 times a week, 5 times a week, even up to 6 and 7 times a week. But we really just work on that one-on-one. And we really, because we're family owned, we work on, our customers are just not our customers. They are our family, and they're a true partnership. That's what we really focus on, because that's what leads to making sure everybody is working well together.
And that just goes back to the previous question too, because they know they can rely on you guys in emergency situations, whatever. You guys are going to kind of perform and going to be there every time.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. That's great. Let's talk about certification a little bit. I know that's a high priority for you guys, right?
Yes. So in the healthcare world, a lot of Joint Commission or OSHA or any type of other state accreditations, when they come in and ask our customers, who does your linen? They want to look and see, okay, what measurements are we meeting? So Alsco has took it upon ourselves for us to have certifications for all of our plants. Our goal is to have that done by the end of 2025.
Okay.
Our original goal was by the end of 2023, but with COVID, of course, everything got backed up because these inspectors couldn't come into the plants and do these inspections. But as of today, we are over 50% certified with all of our plants in North America, which is a huge undertaking, takes a lot of money. You know, some of these plants have to go through some capital expenditure and revamp their plant completely with where they're at. But it's really big in helping us with our customers, because then they can just hand over that certification to any accreditation, and it kind of is an easy check box for them.
Yeah. And it, obviously very important to your clients as well, too.
Yes.
Right? I mean, knowing that you guys are certified.
Yeah. And our certification happens on the delivery and linen, and also as well as the processing. It's just not just our processing, but it's what it goes through to get to the end customer.
Let's talk about rental laundry versus disposable.
Oh, yes. Well, if you're trying to find a green initiative, the rental laundry does that. There's a lot of different measurements that we meet. And then we also have certain products that meet a green initiative as well, based off of what they are made out of. So we're getting ready to launch a new scrub line through Medline that meets some green initiatives based off of the material that they're made out of.
Oh, fascinating.
So this is really good for a lot of, everybody's focusing on a lean sustainability area. So that's what it is. And then also with our wash formulas and the chemicals that we use. Right. And then also some of our other products we use out of recyclable products. So we're able to provide that documentation and then kind of help, fight against disposables. Because when you think about disposables, it's going into our landfill.
Yeah.
Also, certain disposables have to be deemed biohazard, which cost healthcare facilities more money to dispose of those than your just regular trash.
Right. Let's go back real quick. You talked earlier about the relationships and the fact that you guys are really a one and done service. Mm-hmm. Elaborate a little bit more on that for me, and what you kind of see with your clients that you've been with for a long time, how that relationship has really become, like you mentioned earlier, almost like family, and how important that is to the success of your business, but also to your clients.
Yeah. So having that one and done service, it kind of really eliminates how many vendors are backing up to our customers' doors.
Okay.
So that way they can really, truly depend on, hey, my truck's pulling up. They've got everything that I need when it comes to this. Mm-hmm. And then also it builds that partnership. Okay, I can call them. Our service department is one and done, whether it becomes with a service issue, whether it becomes with, I need more product, whatever it may be. It's just really understanding what that customer needs. And, what we really focus on is that customer is really individual.
Right. If you were to give me like an elevator pitch about Alsco and what you bring to the table and you're to a prospective client, what would you say?
Well, I'd really focus on our family atmosphere. Mm-hmm. We really do work on that. And then just our partnership. We really want to get to know our customers, and we really just want to build that partnership, especially with our GPOs, especially with Vizient, right? Vizient's already vetted us, and it's really important to those members to understand, and that they're just going to get a receptive service. They're going to get callbacks. They're going to get emails back, and then just all the options that we do have, right? Just one and done. Here's what we can provide for you. Here's what we can take away from your everyday needs. And then just the reliability that we can have, especially with the backup plans, the emergency, the contingency plans that we have in place, and just understanding our coverage. Everybody can't say that they own their plants individually and everybody meets the same standards across the board. So if you're using Alsco in North Carolina versus Alsco in California, you're going to see the same across the board. So it helps those customers who are nationwide that they have unity across the whole U.S.
Get that consistent quality.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then having, especially on our national level, one point of contact for the whole U.S.
That makes sense. Alex, thank you so much for joining us here on the dock.
Yes, I love this dock.
And we don't have a life vest.
Can we jump in?
Fall off, right? But thank you so much. And Alsco obviously is just leading the way in what you guys do. And it's awesome to be able to chat with you today.
We love being here.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.